Hi, in this video on retirement I'm going to talk about something pretty prosaic, pretty mundane. You probably already know about it. Nevertheless, it is worth mentioning, even if it only helps you to be a little bit more careful. So what am I talking about? When I first retired at 59 years of age, in my early 60s, my cat scratched me on the back of the hand and it became infected, badly infected. I went to the doctor. He had said to apply certain creams and so forth. It didn't fix it up. Eventually it got so bad that I had to see a skin specialist. And the skin specialist said, "Oh, I can operate on that." And then he said, "No, on second thoughts, I don't think I can. Your skin is too thin, too fragile. The stitches will tear it." So what's the point here? As we get older, our skin gets thinner, perhaps a little bit more brittle, loses a lot of its elasticity. And you probably know this anyway. But when we first retire, perhaps in our late 50s, early 60s, it isn't much of a concern. But as time goes on, this thinning of the skin, the drying out of the skin, becomes more so. And for example, I went to the gym today. Whilst in the gym, I was doing some bench presses. As I got up, I sort of lost my balance somehow, and my forearm just virtually touched the side of the frame that held the bench. And of course, what happened? A cut, a little triangular cut, bleeding straight away. So I had to go down and get some sticky plaster put on it. Point I'm making is this: as we grow older, you'll probably notice that you bruise more easily. And not only do you bruise more easily, you bruise more frequently. You get little grazes, you get cuts, and all types of things which you never seemed to worry about when you were younger. For example, you might have been repairing a car, say changing the wheel of your car. You burr your knuckles on some sort of tool. What happens? You used to lick the back of your hand, rub it on your clothes and get on with it. It would heal itself so quickly. Not so when you get older. It's so easy to get these cuts, bruises, grazes, and this is one of the things I thought I'd warn you about. Because as we get older, also our peripheral vision tends to get a little bit narrower. Our sense of balance isn't quite what it used to be. And because of all these things put together, we have to be more aware, take care of ourselves that much more. Certainly we can ward off certain aspects of aging, put them back, hold them in abeyance, but they will creep up on us. Now, as I've said in these videos before, I've now been retired 29 years. There was a big difference to my fitness, my strength, my ability, my flexibility, and all of those things when I was 59, and when I first retired, than how I am now at 88. The changes are so subtle, you hardly notice them. Then something will come along and remind you of them. And I'm reminding you of this. As you grow older, you need to take care of yourself just that much more. Be careful of what's going on around you. Chances are your hearing won't be as good as it used to be. My hearing's excellent for my age. So is my eyesight. But then again, I did have my cataracts done. about 3 years back. So there are changes that you will need to make. You'll need to adjust to these as you get older. Just be more careful, more aware that these changes, so subtle, so gradual, that you hardly know it's happening. So what's my advice? You can't stop these things happening. You can hold them back in abeyance. You can hold back a lot of the angst and fears by being more careful. But inevitably, the changes will happen. This came to me, of course, as I said today, once again. So easy to cut yourself. Just say on an umbrella or something like that. I've done it. Getting in and out of the car, just be careful. That's the watchword. As we get older, we're a little bit more fragile than we used to be. Accept it, live with it, and grow into it, because nature is taking its course. You just can't hold back the changes. I hope you got something out of this video. I hope it didn't sound too pessimistic, but I just thought I'd remind you, look after yourself.